Hello everyone, welcome back to the new video and apologies for the long delay that has happened. From today onwards, I will try to upload videos on regular interval. So continuing the older series of jurisprudence, we are going to discuss about the judge, jury and executioner. These terminologies we often heard of on OTT platform, in movies and sometimes in common parlance. So let's discuss one by one. First thing first, we need to understand one thing that the modern democracy is based on the principle of separation of power. And who has given this? So it was basically given by Montesquieu, a French philosopher, in his book The Spirit of Law. Because when evolution of democracy or evolution of government system was there, so finally democracy emerged as the ultimate form of government system in modern democracy. And separation of power is very key to democracy, to uphold the democracy, the liberty, the equality, etc. Now, in separation of power, there is legislature, executive, and judiciary. There are three organs. And even in legislature, executive, and judiciary, there are internal separation of power, or there are internal division among them to make it further more vibrant. So that is the system in place. But in the beginning, there would be judge, jury, and executioner system as a part of whole judiciary as an institution. Now, how it would work. So before understanding that, let's understand few more things. When there are group of judges, so they will be called bench. And when there will be group of lawyer or advocate, then they will be called bar. And it is quite understandable as well because earlier we had known a fact that in order to become advocate, one has to get himself registered with Bar Council of India, that is BCI, or Bar Council of that particular state. So, having understood about the judge, let's understand about jury. Who is jury basically? So, jury is nothing but a panel of members from we people, the common people, comprises of to make jury, and who basically decide who is going to become member of that jury. It is basically decided by the judge or the judiciary as a system. So whenever they will call upon certain people from we people, the common people, they have to compulsorily come up in order to decide about any matter, any case that is there in place in the court. So jury are comprising of few common people. Generally, it is 12 in number, generally. An executioner is someone who is finally executing that particular verdict of judge and jury. So that is no one but government of the day. and the government of the day is going to execute or apply the matter very objectively, without any biasness, without any favor, without any fear whatsoever. That is the scenario. So we can say government or executive as a branch itself, like legislature, executive, and judiciary. That's the way this system of judiciary works or would work in earlier times. Because in today's modern democracy, it has been eliminated to very extent. But some traces of it could be found in some places. So that is minimal. So after having known about all these things, let's discuss about the demerit of jury system and why today we don't follow the jury system. Basically, as we have talked, like when first of all there is merging of judge, jury, and executioner power into single hand, then it will lead to tyranny, first thing, and it will curtail liberty. That is the thing. So separation of power is also there in place in judicial system or judiciary as an organ itself. But even in that particular organ, in that particular system, whenever there is jury, whenever there is jury, so jury decides the matter not on the basis of basically fact only. Here it is given fact, but basically it is association of citizens only who are selected by judges. But actually they decide the matter on sometimes whims and fancies, and more of that because of emotional vulnerability. Maybe we are very much attached to a person who is from military background and he would have done a very heinous crime. But our heart, our emotion would be aligned with that person, and we may prefer to give the verdict in his favor. So, the very spirit of law, the very spirit of liberty will be curtailed in this scenario. That is the reason we have eliminated jury as a system, looking at some of the historical precedents, some of the cases that involved heinous crime, and the person was not convicted, rather released without any dent, without any character assassination whatsoever. Now we are continuing with judge and executioner, and we have already talked about judge and executioner. Here in judicial system, which involves judges only, means bench only, the case are basically decided on the basis of actually the very important thing that is called merit, the rationality. Every nuances of that particular case are dealt with. Every technical details in the judgment are written. So it is not out of emotion. So there is a very much objectivity in deciding the matter. That is the merit of judicial system involving no any jury or not any jury system. So that's it in this video. I think that is enough to understand the separation of power and internal division in judiciary itself. Hope you enjoyed. Let's continue this series. Thank you for the attention.